We are back after a 1 week hiatus with another Worth the Calories, this series where moi here potentially waste my calories so you don't have to. And we're starting off this episode with a battle of the Aldi Munch boxes. Yes, we have got Munch box Southern Style, which is basically a KFC dupe. A Munch box Peri, which is basically a Nando's dupe. Right, the Nando's dupe is going to one side. We're starting off with the Munch box Southern Style. So you get Southern Style coated chicken breast goujons, popcorn chicken with crispy golden chips, served with irresistible Southern Style gravy. Now, I'll put a picture on of them because I've cooked them already. Wow, that's hot. Okay, I put the gravy in a little goo pot. It's really hot. But basically, this is half a portion. But I'll put a picture on so you can see what half a portion is. You get about 5 or 6 pieces of popcorn chicken. You get 4 chicken goujons. And basically, a pretty decent sized portion of fries. And then that amount of gravy is half the gravy. And that badger is 372 calories, which I think is really decent. 16.3 grams of protein. You don't get loads of protein. 2.8 grams of fibre. But why I like these, portion control, calorie control, fake away. You can eat the whole box of this for just over 700 calories, which isn't a million miles away from a boneless banquet, which is what this is trying to be at KFC. But it's 700 calories and there's no other temptation, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's go in. So we're going to try a piece of the chicken. I'm going to try it naked. Can't pick this gravy up, it's too hot. I'm going to try it dipped in the gravy. Now, Aldi last year did like a full KFC dupe range. Some of the stuff was very good. Some of the stuff wasn't very good. The gravy was awful. Anyway, I'm hoping this is going to be better. Let's go in with the chip. Chip and gravy. And finally their version of popcorn chicken. Yeah, we're going to do one naked. And we'll do one dipped in the old gravy. Right, first of all, the chicken goujons. Really, really tasty. They're not the thickest goujon in the world, but I think they're really, really tasty. Popcorn chicken, a little bit bland for me. It's actually, I'm not a fan of, I love KFC, but I'm not a fan of KFC popcorn chicken. These are like proper little chicken kind of nuggets, where the popcorn chicken from KFC, you can tell it's proper like reformed chicken. This feels like proper chicken. So the chicken side of things, excellent. Fries, they're pretty standard fries, but they're pretty tasty. And I'm pleased to see that this gravy is certainly not the same as what the old gravy or the gravy that they did in the dupe range last year. The gravy is nice. Now, on the instructions for the gravy, half of the powder, because I've done half the box, you're meant to mix with 200 ml of water. I've done just over half the powder with 180 ml of water, and it's too thin. It's too thin for me. So I would actually recommend, if you're going to do the whole pack, so you're going to have the whole box, I'd probably go for about 300 ml of water with it. Now, I have cheated with it. You are meant to cook it out on the stove, so maybe that would thicken it up a bit. I've literally mixed it in a mug with boiling water and then microwaved it for a minute, given it a mix. So maybe it would have been better if I'd cooked it out on the stove. But anyway, I'm impressed with that. I think that's really decent. I actually think the half portion for 375 calories is all right. I don't think that's bad at all. But the fact you can smash that whole box in for just over 700 calories and it tastes good, yeah, I'm a fan. I would definitely 100% have that again. I'm going to give that an 8.9 out of 10. And is it worth the calories? 100%. Right, let's move on to the Peri one. So this is the Peri Munch box. Now this is quite a bit more calorific. Half the pack. Oh, let me show you. So this is basically half the pack. You get a full pitta, you get one skewer of chicken, same size portion of fries, bit of peri mayonnaise, and some peri sauce that I've put on the skewer. Again, I'll put a picture up so you can see it properly. Now, this is a bit of a false representation with the calories, and I'll tell you why. 543 calories for that, but that would actually include half of the peri mayonnaise, and I've literally used a quarter. Now, I have no idea what the calories is in this peri mayonnaise, but the peri mayo from Aldi, for this whole packet, let me get this right, would be just over 200 calories. So I've used 50 calories worth of mayo. There should be another 50 calories on there. So I could knock that off. So I'm picking up the wrong box. I'm getting confused. So technically now I'm down to 493 calories. And again, I've only used about a quarter of the peri sauce, but I don't think that'll have many calories in it. So really, if you don't use all the mayo, a little bit of sauce, you're probably going to be about 480. It's not a big saving, but if you want to use all the mayo, use all the mayo. But anyway, this is 543 calories, 28.1 grams of protein, and 9 grams of fiber, which, in all honesty, isn't too bad. Would I ever, use all my on the full box, which would work out at 1,100 calories? Probably not, but that would be a pretty big portion. You get a decent amount of chips, a full pita bread, so you'd have 2 pita breads with that. Maybe a little bit measly on the chicken skewer. Anyway, I don't know. Right. I have put some peri salt on these chips. I'm going to go in the chips first. I'm going to try a chip just with peri salt on. And then I'm going to try one with a bit of that peri mayonnaise on it. Right, and then I'm going to try a bit of this skewer. I've tried to keep the end without the sauce. And then we'll try it with the sauce. That sauce has got a kick. Woo! That has got a kick. And I like spicy food. I've possibly overcooked the skewer as well. This said 26 minutes in the oven. I've done it in the air fryer for about 20 minutes. Probably only needed 18. Right, and then we've got pita bread, which I know you meant to stuff this with maybe a bit of salad and chicken. I'll just try the pita bread as is. This is not going to make up part of the review, but I'm actually going to dip the pita bread in that KFC gravy. Let's rate the Peri Munch box. It's just all right. The fries are the same fries pretty much as what's in. I mean, it does say here, succulent chicken skewers with crispy chips, pita breads, peri sauce, spicy mayo, and peri salt. The mayo isn't spicy. The peri sauce is hot. Standard chips. I like the chips. I think they're good. Good fries. I like the peri seasoning. I like that mayonnaise in them. Very, very nice. Pita bread is just a standard, bog standard pita bread, so there's nothing we can rave about that. I've possibly overcooked the chicken a little bit. I do like that sauce. It has got a kick, but it is just a basic chicken kebab. And in all honesty, like at 543 calories for half, I would need more than that. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I wouldn't need more than that one, but I can have the whole box for 700. Whole box of that for 1,100 calories. All right, if I only used half the mayonnaise, I'd be at 1,000 calories. I still think it's pushing it a little bit. It's not bad. It's not bad by any means, but I just don't know if it's quite worth. I'm going to eat it, yes. Would I buy it again? That's always the big one. Would I buy it again? I'm going to eat it. I'm going to enjoy it. But would I buy it again? And the honest truth is, with that one, I wouldn't. So I'm going to give it a 6.8. So it's very, very close. Is it worth the calories? On this occasion, I'm going to say no for the Peri one. Right, number 2 for this episode of Worth the Calories. Technically, number 3 and 4, because we're doing another 2-for-1 in this one. So we did Munch boxes yesterday for lunch, and today we've got these two new meals from Aldi. Balanced immunity and balanced nutrition. Tandoori chicken butter bowl. 1 of your 5 a day, low fat, high in protein. A naked chicken katsu bowl. 2 of your 5 a day, source of zinc and high in protein. These are new meals that are in like the fridge section at Aldi, you know, where the butties are and stuff like that. What calories are we looking at? Tandoori chicken butter bowl, 313 calories for 20.4 grams of protein and 12.4 grams of fibre. Not bad. Not bad. Wouldn't have minded a bit more protein, but not bad. The katsu bowl is 21 grams of protein, 258 calories, 21 grams of protein, and 7.3 grams of fibre. Again, not bad at all. What we're going to go in with first. Do you know what? I'm going to go lower calorie first. I'm probably the one I'm kind of least excited about, as it were. Yeah, I don't know why. Anyway, the naked chicken katsu bowl. Is there any description? Yes, there is. Flame seared, cooked chicken breast pieces with mixed vegetables, pickled red cabbage, green lentils, and a pot of katsu style dressing. So these are ideal, you know, handy, on the go. A little bit of an alternative, very low calorie. Both of them are very, very low in calories. I'm probably going to eat both, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not even going to be at 600 calories for both. Anyway, first impressions. Looks like a rainbow. We do eat with our eyes. There's lots of colours in there. Spinach, different veggies, pickled cabbage. Would have liked a bit more chicken. These are $2.99 each, by the way, which again isn't ridiculous. I'm actually going to halve the chicken pieces up. Just kind of trick the mind that there's more chicken in there than what there actually is. So dame beans, all sorts of goodness. And then we've got this katsu. Technically, I've just tried it there, haven't I? Actually, I've just had a little bit of the pickled cabbage. Anyway, we're not counting that. I've got this katsu sauce. I was just licking the pot, as it were. Right, let's get this katsu sauce straight on. Let's drizzle that all over. Do you know what? It's not a bad portion size, really, for 258 calories. Yeah, 258 calories. Not bad at all. Right. We're going straight in. We're going to get a little bit of chicken, bit of sauce. Try and get a bit of everything, to be honest with you. Here we are. That's all right. It feels very clean, very fresh, if that makes sense. I don't really like that term, clean eating, but that's how it feels. Feels like you're getting some goodness in, basically. That katsu sauce is lovely. That's really good. Nice like that. Very low in calories. Do you want to be great? Just whacked in a wrap. Get one of them, get yourself a tortilla wrap, whack it on, wrap it up, give you a bit more volume, and you're still only going to be at 400 odd calories. High protein wrap from Aldi. That'll take the protein then up to over 30 grams. I like that. Yeah. Feels like you're getting a good bit of health when you eat that, which I suppose is what it's meant to be when it says balanced immunity. Don't get me wrong, it's not setting my absolute world on fire. I'm not like, you know, oh my God, it's the best thing I've ever eaten. But definitely a nice lunch option. Would I go for it again? Yeah, can't see why not. It's just a flat 7 out of 10. But I think that's all right. It's a 7 out of 10 and we're 258 calories, 21 grams of protein, 8 grams of fibre. Absolutely. Right, let's get in with the tandoori one. This is what I'm more buzzed about, as it were. I don't know why. I don't know. I think maybe because it's a few more calories, I'm feeling it's going to have a bit more about it in a way. Not that hasn't. In all honesty, it looks exactly the same. Tandoori spiced chicken pieces with spiced brown rice, lentils, quinoa, fresh spinach, pickled onion, tomato and cucumber salad. It looks very, very similar. Again, looks like a little rainbow in a box. Not quite as vibrant, actually, as the other one. More chicken. Same price, $2.99. This has definitely got more chicken in it, hence the higher... Has it got higher protein or has it got less protein? It might have exactly the same chicken in it. What protein's this one? I think this has actually got less protein. I can't see. Where's the nutritional bit? Oh, it's on the bottom. If I tip... No. I've lost the nutritional label off it, which is... Oh, it's here. No, it's not. I don't know where it is. I've lost the nutritional label. I think that's... In fact, I've got it in my phone. Not that it really matters, because I've scanned it and it's already in my app, ready to go. Let me what are we at with this one? Oh no, so this basically they've got the same amount of protein. This has got 20.4 grams. The Katsu one's got 21. This has got 12.4. This has got a lot of fibre in it. Anyway, let's get this sauce on. That looks a bit, not anemic, looks a bit watery, the sauce. Not that I'm expecting it. It's like a writer. Anyway, right, come on. Ooh, lots of chickpeas in this one. So there's edamame beans in the Katsu one. Lots of chickpeas in this one. I've got a bit of everything. Let's go. Bloody spillage. That is blooming tasty. That is tasty. Again, feels like a nice bit of clean eating. You like, feels like you're getting a good bit of health. Good bit of health in there, mate. Like that again. Be great whacked on a high protein wrap. Just to bump it up a little bit. But, oh yeah. No, I like that one. Not bad, yeah. Definitely better than the Katsu one. Oh, it's really tasty. Not salted either. That's a new one for me, isn't it? That one, extra point. 8 out of 10, worth the calories. Definitely. Okay, next up, and actually the last one for this episode. I have technically done 5, even though we've done a couple of 2-for-1s. But I'm just back from holiday. I'm not quite into the full swing of things yet. So, yeah, keeping this episode quite simple and straightforward. And I'm actually going to have, for the last one, something that I bought a couple of weeks ago before my holiday. You might be there going, Neil, that's bread. If you bought it 2 weeks ago, it's going to be off. It isn't. We've got these bake at home protein rolls from Aldi. And because of the way they're sealed, they have a 2-month date on them, which is really, really good. Anyway, Lidl have been doing these for a while now. So Aldi is duping Lidl's. Yes. I feel like I've done an episode recently where oh no, it was My Protein that was duping Aldi. Anyway, yeah, Aldi is duping Lidl's with these. They are part baked. And I'm going to cook one of these exactly the same way that I do the Lidl ones, which is basically I'm just going to bung them in the air fryer for about 4 minutes. Now, the Lidl high protein part baked rolls are superb. They are really, really good. So fingers crossed, these are as good. And if I'm going to be honest with you, I reckon they're probably exactly the same, just in different packaging. Anyway, we will find out. They are 189 calories per roll for 13.8 grams of protein, which, for a bread roll, we always have this argument, or whenever I put something on, and I was talking about this in the gym a couple of weeks ago. Some places it's called a cob, Some places it's called a barm. It's a barm round here. Some people in Yorkshire call it a tea cake. I'm sorry, that is definitely wrong. Some people call it a batch. Manchester, parts of Manchester, they call it a muffin. Anyway, one thing that is a universal word, I think, for these is a roll. Yeah, so can we just agree on that? It's a bread roll. Anyway, yeah, let's whack one into air fryer and let's see if it's any good. Right, one air fried roll. That is reasonably hot. I've ended up giving it from cold 200 5 minutes. Right, let's give it a cut. Feels very dense, very similar to the little ones. Right, as always, when I do something bread, I'm going to try it what I call raw. Bareback, as it were, with no butter. And then we're going to try a bit with some butter on. All right, let's go in. Now we're going in with a piece. And now we're going in with a piece with a nice bit of salted butter. Now, I'm not going to do this because the wife would kill me and someone in the comments will probably prove me wrong. But I'm very tempted to bet my house that they are the same rolls that you get a little just in a different packet. In all honesty, how many companies out there are going to make virtually the same high protein roll? Doesn't make sense because they're not, exactly, get my words out, the most popular products in the world. They're very nice. Have I reviewed the little ones? I think I have. They're really, really good. I absolutely love them. They're so tasty. Wrong time of year, but one of them with a nice bowl of soup. Oh. Also make a really good bacon butty, honestly. Pack of them. Well, not a pack, but one of them with 4 bacon medallions on. Little smidge of butter, a bit of Tommy K. You're going to be just over 300 calories. And you're going to be packing something like 35, 40 grams of protein. Delicious. Going to go and smash this other half in watching a bit of Wimbledon. 9.5 out of 10. Worth the calories. 100%. And there we go, peeps. Another episode of Worth the Calories done and dusted. Number 43 ticked off the box. As always, get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Anything you're looking forward to trying. Anything you have tried. You're like, Neil, you are way off, mate. That Peri Munch box was sensational. I don't know what I'm about saying it wasn't worth the calories. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Right. Oh, also, if there's anything you'd like me to review, anything you'd like me to try, again, get in those comments. Right, that's it. I'm done. Until next time, make sure you are bossing your weight loss.